Let's enjoy His Word. Let's continue where we were on last week. And let's make a little bit more sense of where we left off. You remember where we was at last week? St. John, chapter 15. All right, let's work our way there. Somebody just downloaded the app. That's all right. So someone somewhere just downloaded the app. So it's still being downloaded on folks' phone, and that's a wonderful thing.
I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, bears much fruit. For without me you can do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is cast out as a branch, and is withered, and they gather them and throw them into the fire, and they are burned. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you desire, and it shall be done for you.
All right, let's read the first verse.
I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser.
All right, let's stop right there. I am the true vine. All right, that's the reading and the hearing of His Word. Do it sound like it's too much bass out there to you? All right, see if we can modify that. I thought it was just my hearing. All right. And I don't know if it's that or, let's see, the battery. Well, battery is halfway through. Fine there. So my battery is halfway through, so it might be my battery. Let's make a change on the battery. That way we can continue with that correctly. Two new batteries out of my briefcase. Make a change there to modify that. All right. I am the true vine. Yes, we talked a little bit about the true vine. We realized that being that He stated that I am the true vine, being that He made a specific statement that I'm the true vine, that told us that there are other vines to be considered. I am the true vine. Look in the front, underneath the front flap. Yes. So it tells us that there are also some false vine, being that He said, I am the true vine. Now here is the last of the 7 I am declarations. Of Jesus recording only in John's gospel. I am proclamations points to His unique divine identity and his purpose. Jesus said, I am the true vine. Now, to his closest friends and gathering about him, that is and was only a short time before Judas Iscariot would betray him. In fact, Iscariot here had already started his betrayal. His famous deed in John 13 and 30. Jesus was preparing the 11 men left for his pending crucifixion, his resurrection, and his sequential departure for heaven. He had just told them that he would be leaving them here in John 14 and 2. Knowing now, disturbing them would leave them with this feeling. He gave them this lovely metaphor of the true vine as one of his encouragements. Jesus wanted his friends, not only those 11, but us also. He wanted this to go down throughout history, for us to know and us to feel that he was leaving, but not leaving us comfortless. He was leaving us bodily, but not leaving us spiritually. And that's what he wanted them to be aware of. He was leaving them in bodily form, but he was not leaving them spiritually. Now, he was not with us bodily form, but he was always with us spiritually. He said, I will never leave you or forsake you. And if you ever had Christ, you always have him, because he made that promise to you. I will never leave you or forsake you. So he is always with you. So he was giving them this assurance that I won't desert you. Just like this metaphor, or this the example of the vine. This vine connection of the branches. I am the vine and you are the branches. I am your supplier of your nourishment. If you are connected with me, I am always feeding you and supplying you whatever you have need of, as long as you are connected to me. I'm going to give you everything you need, all your nutrition, everything you need for growth, everything that you need for your sustainment. It's in me. That's what he's saying. As long as you're connected. But if you're not connected, you are dead. That's why it's important for you to be connected. Now let's go back to the scripture here. And John tells us If you're not connected to me, you're pretty much as good as dead. I mean, didn't he just tell you that? Verse 5 tells us what? I am the vine, ye are the branch. He that abideth in me, I am in him. The same bringeth forth much fruit, for without me ye cannot do. You can't live without me. There's nothing you can do without me. Verse 6 says, if a man abideth not in me, he is what? He is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and he gathereth them and cast them into what? What do you throw into the fire? Dead wood. Wood that has already dried up, branches that has already dried up, no life. Why? Because it burns good. Green wood or wood that has life in it don't burn well. So it's a waste of time putting it in there. But dead wood, that's the kennel. That's the stuff you want to put in there. It's suitable for the fire. See, so there's a place for dead things. And it's not in Christ, but there's a place for it. Oh, well, we're going to get to you in a minute. Amen. So, verse 7 says, if ye abide in me, and, oh, this is good here. My what? Words. Is that plural? My words abide in you. Oh, we got to meditate on that one a little bit. Amen. If you, who's speaking? Right out of his mouth. Say, if you abide in me, Jesus is saying, if you dwell in me, my words. The words, you heard that? Do you know the words that come out of my mouth? The words coming out of my mouth. If you abide in me, my words abide in you. You shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. This is the one who can do it. So he's letting us know that you are unlimited if you are allowing his words to abide in you. Well, got quiet right there. Now, why did it get quiet right there? See, you know why I got quiet there? See, because we want to pick and choose our words. See, we was all right if it would have said word. But being that it said words, now we got caught because we are looking at all those words that we wasn't allowing to abide. We know those 2 or 3 that we're allowed to, but we also know those others that we have not allowed to abide. And here we got caught red-handed with our hand in the cookie jar, and mama walked in, and we can't say we not in it. Busted, and there's no way out. And this time we can't blame it on nobody else. We can't say so-and-so ate all those cookies. No. Your hand is in the jar. Nobody else is in the kitchen. And she came around the corner and see you on the table, stretched, with the cookie jar in the center of the table, and nobody else around. There is no way out. See, now we caught. We caught. See, there's no way around this one. Now all we can do is just come clean. Lord, here am I. I see my wrong. Yes, you showed me, and I can't hide. Please allow your grace and your mercy to cover me. killed me. From our Father. And this is what we have to confront. We have to really come clean or stay away dirty. We can't keep doing wrong and expect to get blessings and know we are messing up. No, we just gotta deal with it. And work in the grace of God and just deal with it. Because right here, he makes it very, 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 very plain. If we abide in, if you abide in me and my words, a plural statement. He's talking about all of his words. Now we can't just pick and choose anymore. And see, and that's where we all get in trouble. We want to pick and choose what's convenient for us. We want to keep those things that we like and what's convenient. And what's wonderful for our flesh. And use the excuse, well, the Lord knows. Yeah, he knows. He knows very well. No, but we say, listen, we got to really be honest and realize that God when he gives us instructions, when he gives us no's and gives us warnings and give us don't do's, most of the time he don't gives us why. Have you noticed that? Now the devil wants us to ask the why. Why can't I? You know, we want to rationalize it out. I mean, what is wrong with that? It's not hurting anybody. It's not, I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh yeah, we know we on your backyard. Don't worry about it. I don't see a thing wrong with that. But it's no different than if you bought an item, say an electronic something, and you get the owner's manual. Say you bought, let's see, an iPhone, because those are pretty inexpensive. No, pretty expensive. And you get, in this nice box. And when you open up the box, the first thing you see is not the phone. The first thing you typically see is a booklet. And the booklet is usually the manual, because they want you to see the manual before you see the item. Because they want you to read the manual before you engage in the item. And it typically says, completely read the manual before you engage in the item, of which we never do. We move that manual out the way, go straight to the item that costs a whole lot. And we push everything just to turn it on, and we don't know how to turn it on yet, but we're going to find a way. And we'll ask somebody, how you turn this on? Instead of reading the manual. But the manual says, read the manual before you operate the item. But that's not where I want to go. But anyway, but the manual gives you all the specifics. These warnings, the specifics, the warranty, all that kind of stuff's in there. But also in that manual, if we were to read it, it would tell us some do's and some don'ts. And it'll tell you, don't, put it next to, electrical currents or different things like that. And probably the older ones, maybe the newer ones now, you can put it underwater. Or it might say, don't submerge it under so much feet of water. But all that kind of stuff, but it never tells you why not to. It just say, don't do it. Yeah. But it's interesting how all these things work. And even God in his creation and creating everything, creating animals, fish, created fish, gave it a manual. I'm going to put you in water, you're going to automatically swim. Fish, boom. Good. Water, boom, switch, swim. Dogs, 4 feet, automatically walk. Everything automatically do what it do. Because it was designed by the manufacturer to do what it do. Didn't have to teach it. Didn't have to do anything like that. Humans, we're the only ones that want to defy what we were designed to do. Fish don't want to get out the water and walk. They want to stay in their habitat. Humans, we want to ask why. Why can't I? Why this? Why that? God even gave us a free will that he hasn't given anyone else. And we're the only ones that want to exercise beyond that free will, the definement of that. We will take that apple, the iPhone, the apple, that apple I was talking about, and it says, don't open this thing or you will void the warranty. We will try to figure out how to get in it without them knowing. And then if we mess up, we will take it in and say, I didn't do this. Or it came like that or something to try to, because we messed it up. And we think they don't know. When we tampered with, but see, they know that you are human. And they know that you are going to try something. So they're going to safeguard themselves because they know that you're going to try to circumvent the system. They know this. So they put things in place, knowing that you're going to be the one. Because they know there's always going to be some that's going to try to test them. God knew there's going to be some of these ones that he created. He knew you before you were created. And he knew you was going to be one of those individuals that he had to put a special law in place to save you when you want to try to circumvent the system. Because he wanted to save you anyhow. That's the kind of guy, see, that's what it really means about predestined. He knew beforehand what you was going to do before you even thought about it. Because he knew you. That's the difference between him and every other creator. He starts at the end and then comes back to the beginning. That's what makes him God. No one else can match him. I don't know where I was going on that. It was going somewhere else. Praise God. Let me see. Where we going, baby? Praise the Lord. But He needs for us to know that we have to align ourselves to His way, not the way we want it to happen. Let me try to end this with the verse. Okay. Verse 8 says, "Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. So shall ye be my disciples." The only way we can do this, if we are abiding in Him and producing. But the only way we can produce if we are yielding to His words. Not just the ones we like, but all of His words. One thing we have to realize, all of His words are there for our benefit. And this is what I think I was trying to culminate to benefit, to help us. Everything He tells us, whether we realize it or not, is for our ultimate good. The no's are for our ultimate good, because they are preventing us from destroying ourselves when we don't even realize the destruction that's before us. Just because you don't see it, don't mean it's not there. Remember this and never forget it. There's more there than what's visible. Perfect example. And I used this example years ago, I know. You can turn on a radio and get many of stations, but you can't see any of the channels. But they're all around you. So that's telling you there's a whole lot more going on around you than you can see. Just because you can't see it does not mean it does not exist. And that is the same thing and the same example of how the spiritual world operates. Everything first happens in the spiritual arena, and then it manifests itself in the natural or the materialistic arena. Everything first happens in the spiritual arena or the non-materialistic arena. Just like this bench. First, it was existent in the unmaterialistic arena. And then it materialized. It had to materialize first in someone's mind or someone's unmaterialistic arena. In the unseen atmosphere before it become a seen object. And that's what it means by faith cometh by hearing, hearing by the word of God. It had to be an unseen something before it can be seen. So just like anything that you need to happen in your life, you got to see it first in the unseen and pull it into the physical arena. Pull it into the materialistic world. Because it first got to be possible, even if it's possible only in your mind, before it could be possible in existence. See, so you can live sinless if you start thinking that way. We just don't want to live right. So that was one of my problems before I wanted to even accept ministry. I didn't want to live right. That's what I told God. I said, I don't want to live quite that right. I mean, I was honest with him. I didn't want to at the time. I didn't think I had to. See, that was the difference. But once he showed me that I really did have to, then my attitude and my mentality changed. But until I found that truth out, I didn't think I had to. Because I was going on what I thought everybody else was doing. Then I found out, well, if they're going to hell, I don't have to. All right. Well, preferably you learned something today. Went over my time. Let's stand.